Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking Roger and Odin back into some PvP, decimating and taking on a few strength builds. Now, strength have been running around all cocky, all strong-like for the last couple months since the release of the Film Red Luffy and Kobe unit. Like, strength has just been going absolutely crazy. So, I have decided to put an end to that. Now, Roger and Odin aren't exactly the answer to that, but in today's video, we are taking them in with a mono dex slasher built team, taking on strength specifically. Now, the reason we're doing that is because two of the units on the team nerf strength so drastically. One of them being the Pirate Festival rare recruit Shiryu, and the other one being the treasure map legend Izo-Kiku. Now, the first team build I tried was with Yamato, the new Yamato. She buffs slashes and she buffs quick, which works exceptionally well because this whole team obviously is that, besides herself because she's a dual unit. But Roger and Odin buff both slashes and quick as well. Their Rumble ability at level 5 does quick teammates attack up and defense up level 5, and then slashes get HP up level 5, speed up level 5, and then when there are 5 slashes on the team, he gives level 2 CT speed up to quick units. So you really want to build out the quick slasher meta, so that way you can get the cooldowns, you can get all of the HP, you can get all of the speed, the attack, the defense. And if you do this, it works really well. Now, I don't have the new Hiyori, I don't have the new Momo. They could be exceptional additions to this team, but I had to work with what I had, and this is what I was going with. Now, a big addition to the team is the Super Tandem Zoro. Now, recording this video, I didn't realize, totally forgot I should say, that I needed a Luffy on the team to activate the provoke and the counterpart of his passive. So in the last clip, I went back into the challenge fight and I actually brought a Luffy just to showcase that. But this Zoro, even though he buffs Free Spirit, is such a good unit that he works so well on this team. However, I was finding that Yamato was dying very, very quickly. I did find that even though she has a really, really good passive and special, it wasn't exactly doing a lot for us because we already had a lot of special binders. Shiryu and Izo-Kiku, like I mentioned, being specific strength nerfers, already were special binding the opposition team, so I felt like I didn't need her. And then I remembered Cracker is a quick unit, and I totally spaced on it when I was initially building the team. So I chucked him on the team to give us a lot more special CD, and lo and behold, we are now rocking 11 cooldowns, which is kind of crazy for this particular build. You have so much tanking with Roger and Odin's special. You have the ability to special bind strength with two of your units that have a very good chance to do so. Plus, you now have a disgusting amount of damage output with the provoke of Zoro, as well as the Roger and Odin special. Now, as you can see there, we managed to take out Luffy and Kobe very quickly. That's the idea. Get rid of them. Don't worry about the damage output, even before the Shinobu and Raizo unit goes. And you can do some really, really cool stuff here, though. Obviously, with Nami Karina being like a menace, like that's an option. But like I said, I would highly recommend putting a Luffy at the back end of the team. The PKA Luffy's a 20 cost unit, so I believe I used him. And that will work exceptionally well, so that way Zoro is now getting the provoke. However, strength do have some very, very nasty hitters. Stuff like Kid, stuff like King, stuff like Luffy can bypass defense, and if you don't special bind them, you can be in for a pretty rough time. Because they can hit exceptionally hard, and going through defense means that your prowess is completely shut down when these units use their special. They can just wipe a team completely, especially Luffy just binking out 6 units, and it doesn't matter how much defense you have, as long as you don't have enough HP, he will just basically kill you. This is a perfect example of what actually happens when you go up against a lot of these characters. Who's who? King, Luffy. The powerhouse meta for strength can be very, very dangerous, and without the characters that revive, Zoro excluded, you can see some pretty scary stuff. On top of that, they have Whitebeard, which is a 50% HP cut. If you just, like I said, take away my HP and then throw out units that can go through defense, it can be very, very scary. And I do believe that's what happens here. I believe we don't get the special bind on Luffy. I wasn't actually watching this fight at the time. I believe we missed out on the special bind. And then we had Luffy come in, do all of his crazy shenanigans. We had King come in, do all his crazy shenanigans, Who's Who, and Whitebeard. But I believe the way it rocked was that Luffy went and then King went directly after it. And they basically hit all of my characters. Now this, again, is a perfect example of what Luffy can do. Luffy can just send you to the absolute realm with his special. And if you don't have enough HP to tank it, like, he's just going to kill you. That's the bottom line. Lucky for us, we're running an 8-man team, and we managed to have some back-ended bench units to actually get the job done. But this is what I was talking about with strength. If they were running an 8-man strength team or they had some extra units on the bench, we could have been in for a really, really scary ride. Lo and behold, though, we do manage to get the job done. However, like I said earlier, we were doing all of this without Zoro's crazy counter ability. So I chucked Luffy on the bench, the PKA one, who's a 20 cost. So now we actually have those counter abilities of Zoro. But if you guys have been paying attention very carefully, Roger and Odin have a very interesting ability to give 50% CT reduction to 3 slasher classmates that have a low CT, which is kind of nuts, especially if they go after any 3 units. Just getting specials back and then being able to special bind strength over and over again is very, very powerful. But like I said, if you guys do have Momo, if you do have Hiyori, let me know in the comment section below if you guys are using them in Rumble, how they rock, how they roll, because when I pull them, I definitely will do some stuff on them. However, I'm just not going to chase those particular units. But Roger and Odin special on a 35-second cooldown will target enemies within a large horizontal range for 3,000 fixed damage, and then targets enemies for 3 times their attack. And then when you have that 8 quick type characters on the team, not including themselves, the 3 slasher teammates will get the current low CT speed. So this is another instance where you want to have a full slasher team and make it full quick. Running the 8-man build gives you this 50% reduction. However, the quick team does lack just straight, very, very good quick PP Rokus. They're all driven based, they're all powerhouse based, and none of them really find their way into the front line, except for something like Shiryu. However, Shiryu's only design is built around taking down strength, and with Izo Kiku as well, you can do that quite comfortably, and I was having a lot of fun taking down strength with this particular build. However, like I said at the start of the video, it's still not the best option. You can still run stuff like the driven meta with Sugar, Akainu, Shiryu himself, and do some really, really crazy stuff there. But it was very, very interesting to see a bit of a quick slasher meta make its way up, especially when you can and you can see what you're coming up against being the strength team. Now, in Grand Party, I am going to take Roger and Odin into Grand Party, do some testing and whatnot. They can use their special twice, and at level 5, they do 5,000 fixed damage, target 3 enemies with high CT. It'll ignore defense for 3 times attack, which is a very, very good ability. All you need to do is use 8 Rumble specials to get this, and their passive boosts quick teammates attack and speed up level 6, CT speed level 2, and then strikers and slashers get HP, defense, and blow away up level 4. So let me know what you think about the unit in the comment section below. Way down there, belt like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.